Good morning. My name is Mighty Stream. Today is August the 8th. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation. This is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. I'm going to do your August 8th spiritual principle day in a meditation. So let's share the screen and get into that. All right, August 8th. Accepting ourselves as works in progress, page 229. A spiritual understanding of self-acceptance is knowing that it is all right to find ourselves in pain, to have made mistakes, and to know that we are not perfect. IP 19, self-acceptance. The 12 steps are the solution. Change is a process, not an event. NA members often say, because we find it to be true. The same can be said about how we begin to experience self-acceptance in our first days, weeks, or months clean. That intuitive sense that we are, in fact, okay can feel like coming in from the cold. We enjoy a bit of self-acceptance even before we've worked all the 12 steps. As we work the NA program, those feelings deepen, settle, and evolve just as we do. It's a mistake to assume self-acceptance awaits us once we change some external condition. We may hope without evidence a new year, a new flame, a new town, or a new diet will bring us contentment. When we reach outside ourselves to fix what's within, our plan is to emerge as better people, more worthy of acceptance. To our disappointment and pain, we also have found accuracy in this familiar saying: wherever you go, there you are. Sure enough, NA's literature, meetings, and online spaces help us find a better perspective on ourselves and our lives. Instead of focusing solely on our admirable qualities, we learn to embrace all facets of ourselves, our assets, and our liabilities. We take responsibility for our recovery and, in working the 12 steps, come to accept the world around and within us. We divulge our secrets and find that we're not alone. Even amid many struggles and sometimes bad behavior, one member wrote, I'm all right with this perfectly imperfect me. I know my wounds and my weapons. I'm a work in progress, and I am okay. We embrace our values, our process, and our growth. I'll try to accept all of me today. I'm neither my strengths nor my weaknesses. I am both, broken in places, but just enough to let the light shine in. That meditation is encouraging. That meditation is fundamental. As it's stated, we don't get this self-acceptance thing, you know, when we first come in the door. It's something that we develop. It's something that as we participate in our recovery, we begin to see just how non-accepting of our true selves we've been. And not only have we been non-accepting of ourselves, but we've been less accepting of other people. So as this changes, as we begin to adjust to being out in the cold and coming into a warm home, and that sensation of warmth and love begin to take over us, then we can start sliding or sitting down on that couch of love and self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is the thing that is your key to the next door. I don't know if that makes sense. Self-acceptance is your ability. It's what you need to be able to move beyond where you are. That's the most simplest form I can put it in. Self-acceptance is what you need in order to move yourself beyond where you are. Because if you don't have self-acceptance, there's some behaviors that come with not accepting yourself. There's some behaviors with judging yourself harshly all the time. There are some behaviors that come with that. Just think about a child that is being abused by a parent, right? Think about that. Think about that child not ever knowing whether today is a good day with their parent or not, right? A child not knowing whether or not they can come to you with their needs, right? Go to their parents with their needs, simple needs like needing to have food, I'm hungry, and ending up being smacked or yelled at or pushed down. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just imagine that. Maybe you've even experienced that. Can you imagine that abusive parent being yourself? Hopefully not. But I'm trying to draw a picture here. And treating your inner child that way. Come on now. It's not a hard picture to imagine. Think of the worst case scenario that you know of child abuse, where a parent is abusing their child. Recently here, a few years ago, it was found out this one particular lady, she was abusing her daughter, but blessing her sons. And her daughter actually died on her birthday, right? The little girl was turning 4, I think, and she ended up, the ambulance was called and she died on her birthday. Her mother was making her sleep in a closet on the floor with a little fan while her sons enjoyed eating what they wanted to eat. They enjoyed being who they wanted to be, living in the whole rest of the house. But this little girl was in her mother's room all the time. In the closet is where her bed was. And her mother abused her horribly. Now, imagine you doing those same things to yourself. We do it all the time. And it's not the exact definition of self-abuse, right? Because the definition of that is masturbation, right? So, and I'm not talking about that sexual stuff. I'm talking about the type of games and behaviors you play with yourself, right? The mind manipulation, the torture of it, antagonizing yourself about having to get every single thing you do right, and beating up on yourself when you drop the ball. When you drop the ball and it wasn't even intentional, you just didn't know how to do anything different, right? You make absolutely no room for yourself to be human. You love your assets, but you torture yourself over your liability. And this is the mindset that this reading is talking about. This reading is talking about a spiritual principle of self-acceptance, and we have to get to the point. We have to get to the point where we make room for ourselves to be human. Because we are most certainly going to make some mistakes, but it's not the end of the world. And if you find that you are a person that belittles yourself when you make mistakes, I want to challenge you to be more kind. I feel so emotional right now, but I want you to challenge yourself to be more kind and more caring. Just like it's hard for you to imagine abusing a child. Now think of yourself, your inner child, and make it just as difficult for you to abuse your inner child. Be loving, be kind, be nurturing towards yourself. Some of you just need to eat better. You need to prepare meals better. You need to go buy some of those glass containers and prepare your food at the beginning of the week so that you don't have to struggle with making food during the week, and you can just warm it up and have a decent meal. Right? Some of you need to come away from all that fast food, right? Some of you need to put some exercise on. Some of you need to get a sponsor. Make meetings more regularly. Find out what NA is all about. There's a whole reading talking about what is Narcotics Anonymous, whole chapter actually, right? So maybe you need to do some small things so later down the road, after you nail the self-acceptance piece, you can do some big things. That's what I want for you. I want your best life for you. I want you to live your best life on purpose. I need you to do that today. Okay? Turn off the butt kicking machine and start enjoying. Just try it. Try it. Go in the mirror and try to smile, a genuine smile that exudes love and self-acceptance. Go in the mirror and say, say your name. I love you just the way you are. The little cracks in you, allow the light of God to shine through. You're going places, right? Tell yourself that. We're always wanting affirmation from other people, and we can hardly even affirm ourselves. You have to be able to affirm yourself. I want that for you today. I hope that you will have a beautiful day. I am going to be talking to you tomorrow.